So today we're cooking with Royal Oak lump charcoal. The standard for the PVC is the Kingsford Original, but we're going to cook with lump today. We're going to figure out how hot it cooks, if it lasts, and if it works overall, if it changes the flavor or whatnot. So stick with me today. We'll get this lighted. We'll throw on our pork shoulders and we'll see how it works. So here I have 2 pork shoulders. These are about in the 8-pound range. You can go bigger, you can go smaller, but I just wanted to get 2 about the same size. I put mustard on it and rubbed it up with Weber dry rub. And so we'll get this pit barrel heated up and put these shoulders on. Okay, these coals are pretty well ashed over. So I'm going to dump these. I'll put some Jim Beam oak barrel chips in. Alright, now we're ready to cook. So the temperature of this whole cook has been in the 265 to 275 range. However, recently it's back down a little bit to 225. I'm kind of surprised it stayed this low. Using lump charcoal here, but I'm happy with the temperatures other than, you know, this one right here. So what I'm going to do is pull these out and grate them. So you can take a look down there. We got a pretty decent amount of charcoal left. I am going to get a little bit more on this other side, just so we don't run out. It's burning a little bit more over there. That should be enough to get us through. So as I mentioned, I'm not going to wrap these. I like having bark on mine. So that's all we have to do, and just put the lid back on and let it cook to about 203 is what I'm aiming for. So this is at 203, so we're going to pull it. And I've had this, monitored this cook, and it's been between 265 and 275 the entire time. I've been quite impressed with this Royal Oak lump charcoal. There's been a couple times, one time where it dropped to like 235, and once when I opened up the lid it went up to 290. Other than that, I mean, it's been great. So hopefully you can see that bark on there. I'm going to pull them and put them in this cooler to rest for a couple hours. If it'll let me get it out, they're so tender. Okay. They're already falling apart. So I'll let you look inside here. There's a lot more charcoal than I figured there'd be. Now I did put some in at one when the butts reached 160, thinking that I had to, but I'm not so sure looking back. It's got quite a bit of charcoal, unburned charcoal too. So overall, I'd have to say that lump charcoal did just as good, maybe better than the Kingsford Original Briquettes. So here's what these look like with no wrapping. I like a little bit more bark, so after a couple hours sitting, we'll pull them. It's falling apart. There you go. That wasn't hard at all. So we got some nice bark here. And it's real tender. So all signs point to lump charcoal being a good option to use in your pit barrel if you want to. Can't wait to give it a shot here. So that said, now I will try it. It's gonna be hot, but wow, that's really good. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm using a lump from here on out. I had cooks or temperatures that stay between 265 275 pretty much the entire cook. I think I could have gotten by without adding more at the 160 temp mark on the pork shoulder, but I did. It's just as a little bit of insurance. I had it open anyway. But overall, I mean, this turned out fantastic. So if you're thinking about using lump, go ahead, give it a try. You might have to watch it a little bit more than the briquettes, but you know, it works out well.